In the world of Cantonese celebrities, the young master of a prominent family posted a chicken feet ring on Weibo with the caption, "My beloved." The popular young actress responded with the same ring and the words, "So are you." The fans went crazy. Stella's boyfriend is so powerful? I'd like to ask that food blogger who is always riding on Stella's popularity and loves to show off her wealth. Does your face hurt? As the so-called copycat, in the eyes of netizens. I glanced at the chicken feet dime and ring on my hand, and looked up at the young master of Cantonese celebrities who was savoring of free-range chicken. Seriously? Even in such a niche field, there are people trying to ride on the popularity? After I became extremely popular on the internet with my food exploration videos, my company put me on the hottest food variety show at the moment. Tongue dancing. The one who participated in the show with me was Stella, a young actress who has recently become popular with her foodie persona. At the beginning of the show, the host asked us to share the local delicacies we brought. The camera panned over the things in front of us. Stella brought a plate of boneless chicken feet, while in front of me was a bottle of Bancha herbal tea. The bullet comments instantly exploded with laughter. What's that black thing in front of Luna? It seems to be herbal tea. But can this be considered a delicacy? Still, Stella's chicken feet look appetizing. That bottle next to her, just like her, looks unappetizing. Didn't Luna create a rich and beautiful persona? Why didn't she bring something more expensive? Is it all fake? My few fans retorted. The fans of Stella upstairs. Did your brains get filled with swill? Does your chicken feet have gold inlaid? What precious thing is it? It's no wonder my fans are angry. Just a few days after the show's guest list was officially announced by the program team, Stella's fans felt that I was not worthy to be on the same level as their idol. So they bought marketing accounts to cyberbully me, saying that I only choose high-end restaurants for my food exploration, which is deliberately creating a rich and beautiful persona, and showing off wealth. My fans were not to be outdone and criticized her for looking for food on the street in the middle of the night with delicate makeup. The way she eats strawberries with both hands is disgusting to everyone. Seeing the bullet comments start to flood the screen, the host asked, "Can the two of you introduce the delicacies you brought?" "Sure. What I brought this time is boneless chicken feet." With a sweet voice, Stella held up the boneless chicken feet in front of her and started to show them. As the camera panned over her ring finger, there was a strangely shaped dime and ring on it. The bullet comments instantly blew up. Stella's ring looks so familiar. Isn't it the one that Ryan, the young master of Cantonese celebrities, showed off a few days ago? Not necessarily. Maybe it's just similar. What similarity? It's exactly the same. Okay? The young master must have known that Stella likes chicken feet. So he gave this ring. Although it's quite funny. It's really so doting on Stella. Am I the only one who noticed that it's on the ring finger? Stella is going to marry into a wealthy family. Upstairs. What ring? I went back to my village and lost internet connection. Seeing the intense discussion in the bullet comments, the host even skipped the introduction part that should have belonged to me. Pretending not to understand, she threw the topic to Stella. It seems that our audience is very concerned about this ring. Indeed, this ring has a very interesting shape. But why is it a chicken feet? At this mention, Stella shyly lowered her head. It's nothing really. Just that someone thought we were destined because of chicken feet. So he gave this. Sorry to make everyone laugh. Just a few days ago, the young master of Cantonese celebrities posted a chicken feet ring on Weibo with the caption, "My beloved." That night, Stella also showed off a similar one and secretly attached a message, "So are you." Now, these words are undoubtedly a clear indication. The host naturally didn't miss this opportunity, and continued to dig deeper and ask, "This someone? Is it referring to General Manager Ryan Liang of Guangdong Hong Kong Group?" As soon as the words fell, a hint of embarrassment flashed across Stella's shy face. "Sorry. I can't say it now. But please rest assured. If there is good news in the future, we will make it public." Woo woo woo. It's already so obvious. Stella still doesn't want to ride on Ryan's popularity. She's too low-key. That's right. That copycat. And her fans should learn from her. Don't keep riding on our Stella's popularity all day long. As soon as the camera cut, I, the so-called copycat, in the eyes of netizens, was listening with a black line on my face. This chicken feet diamond ring was clearly bought by Ryan for tens of millions at an auction a few days ago and given to me as a proposal gift. What public announcement is she making? Speaking of Ryan, he is my childhood sweetheart. My family owns the largest chicken farm in the country, and Ryan likes to eat free-range chickens. When he came to my family's chicken farm with the housekeeper in junior high school to choose chickens, he saw me being chased and packed by chickens. He was stunned. I was crying loudly and ran into his arms with disheveled hair, in the flying chicken feathers. He fell in love with me at first sight. Later, we went abroad to study together, and have been in love for many years. But unfortunately, my dad has always disliked him. So far, he is still on my dad's blacklist of son-in-law. I thought that a dominant president, like Ryan, who doesn't like high-end restaurants and only loves to look for free-range chickens all over the mountains, wouldn't be coveted by anyone. But I didn't expect that even in such a niche field, there are people eager to ride on the popularity. Seeing the camera panning towards me, I was startled and subconsciously hid the chicken feet ring on my hand behind me. That was close. Before coming on the show, Mayan insisted that I wear this ring. But if my dad sees it, he will probably go after him with a big knife. At the same time, the camera focused on the Bansha herbal tea in front of me. The host asked incredulously, "Did King Ran only bring this bottle of herbal tea? Are you sure there's nothing else?" I raised an eyebrow in confusion. Is there a problem? Bansha herbal tea. The childhood nightmare of every child in Guangdong. Isn't this Guangdong characteristic enough? The host forced a fake smile. Well, it's not that. It's just that there are so many delicacies in Guangdong, probably feeling that the following words were not appropriate. She stopped and changed the topic. But it may also be that King Ran wants to surprise us later. Then let's quickly start the second link. The cooking competition. At the beginning of the cooking competition link, Stella was extremely busy. In a short while, there were grilled fish, steamed pork with rice flour, and beer duck on the dining table. Wow, Stella is really clever. I'm so hungry. Sure enough, a real foodie is also a master chef. This skill is comparable to Michelin. What kind of amazing idol have I become a fan of? I heard that Stella's family is a certain catering group in Shenzhen, so it's normal for her to know how to cook a little. Everyone must support Stella. We can't let her go back and inherit hundreds of millions of family property if she doesn't do well. Woo woo woo. Amid the praises and the bullet comments, the camera switched to me. I saw that after disinfecting all the washed seafood with high-proof liquor, I added green onions, ginger, garlic, lemons, and my secret seasoning. Finally, I stuffed everything into the refrigerator. The host looked at me in surprise. Is that it? I nodded. What I made is marinated raw seafood, which can bring out the original freshness of the ingredients to the greatest extent. The host reminded with a difficult expression, but King Ran, this is a cooking competition link. That's right. In a cooking competition. Luna didn't even turn on the fire. What's going on? Upstairs. Isn't marinated raw seafood also a cooking skill? Does it have to be heavy oil and heavy salt? I can only say that each place has different dietary characteristics. But is there really someone who likes to eat raw food? It's so scary. I feel like a savage who eats raw meat and drinks blood. Wait. Why does Luna also have a chicken feet ring? Reminded by this bullet comment, a camera quickly captured my hand. Because I was wearing black gloves when cooking just now, the trace of the ring was covered. Now that I just took off the gloves, a diamond ring in the shape of a chicken feet was revealed, shining brightly under the lights of the show. Stella's fans completely exploded. This copycat is so disgusting. It's bad enough to ride on the popularity, Now is she even riding on someone else's fiancé? Lol. Does Luna not know who Ryan is? She's just pretending to be rich and beautiful. She must have no concept of capital. That's Ryan. He can crush her with one finger. Crush me with one finger? Well, it's true that he can crush me. But not by squeezing. Thinking of Ryan's fingertip movement frequency last night, and the whisper in my ear, how many trains already? Why is baby still so small? My earlobes instantly turned red. And this reaction in the eyes of outsiders is undoubtedly a hint. Hinting that I have a close relationship with Ryan. So before I could speak, Stella sneered contemptuously. King Ryan. Your ring is made quite realistically. Where did you imitate it from? As soon as the words fell, my face turned cold. What do you mean by that? It's nothing. She fiddled with her fingers. You deliberately ordered a ring exactly the same as Ryan's. Isn't it just to make everyone misunderstand that you are his girlfriend? But unfortunately, someone probably doesn't know that this ring is the only one in the world. As soon as the words fell, the host couldn't help covering her mouth and exclaiming, Really? Do you mean that the one on King Ran's hand is fake? Of course. Stella glanced at me arrogantly. If I were you, I would take off this ring and throw it away now, so as not to be embarrassed later. As soon as the words fell, the anger I had been holding back could no longer be contained. I immediately retorted, Since you also know that there is only this one in the world, then how can you be sure that your ring is not fake? Probably my words angered her. Stella couldn't care about her usual gentle image. She walked up to me in high heels, grabbed my wrist, and put our rings together for comparison. This one of mine was bought for tens of millions at an auction. There are certificates and receipts from the auction house as proof. I don't know where yours is from. Don't tell me you also bought it at an auction. I didn't expect this person to actually inquire about the real source of this ring. I was somewhat at a loss for words. But now that things had come to this point, I could only tell the truth. You're right. It was indeed bought at an auction. As soon as the words fell, Stella had an expression of, as expected. Then only top people can enter the auction. What's your identity? At this point, she turned around and bowed to the camera. Sorry. I didn't want to make my private feelings public on the show. But I didn't expect that someone would, in order to ride on my popularity, actually accuse my ring of being fake. To clarify this point, I admit that I am currently in a passionate relationship with Ryan, the young master of Guangdong Hong Kong Group. The ring was given by him. But he is not from the entertainment industry. So I hope that after our public announcement today, fans won't disturb him. As soon as these words were spoken, the bullet comments instantly boiled. Aha! This is an official announcement. Stella, don't be afraid. With General Manager Yang backing you up. Slap that copycat hard. That's right. That copycat lies without thinking. That ring of hers is clearly something wholesale from Yue. Lol. Later, that copycat won't say that her fiancé is Ryan. Right? Seeing the barrage of criticism against me, I sneered. Well, it's really a coincidence. My fiancé is really Ryan. As soon as these words were spoken, the bullet comments were silent for a few seconds, and then started to flood the screen crazily. Oh my god. I was wrong. I still underestimated the shamelessness of this copycat. I didn't expect her to really dare to admit being Ryan's girlfriend. Does Ryan know her? She's just licking him. Maybe she's a dreamer of Ryan. After all, although General Manager Yang is not in the entertainment industry, there are still legends about his love for chicken in the entertainment circle. Aha! I really hope General Manager Yang can come to the scene today and thoroughly ban this Luna. Why can such an artist with incorrect values still appear on the screen? Seeing that the situation was getting a bit out of control, in order to stabilize the situation, the host hurriedly added, In fact, we still have a link where relatives and friends send blessings today. This link is recorded by relatives and friends of both sides in a confidential manner. Maybe after watching it, Everyone will have a clearer understanding of the matter. After finishing speaking, the camera switched to the big screen, and the relatives and friends began to play. My relatives and friends were played first. I didn't know about this link before, so I was more or less nervous inside. Until my dad appeared in the organic farm invested and contracted by my family in the suburbs, wearing short sleeves, shorts, and slippers. At the bottom of my heart, I couldn't help but relax. Fortunately, it's not that idiot Tryon. In front of the endless fields, my dad had a towel draped over his neck and was saying blessings while sweating profusely. Probably because it was the first time he recorded a video for me. His tone was slightly restrained and nervous. Occasionally, a few strong horses walked past behind him. The whole picture was simple and funny. But unexpectedly, after it was played, there were even more taunts in the bullet comments. Didn't Luna create a rich and beautiful persona? Can you explain why her dad is a farmer? What's wrong with being a farmer? Our country was established by the working class and peasant class. Let me state first that I am not discriminating against farmers. Farmers are not shameful. But Luna can't create a fake persona and show off wealth to attract attention, right? She also said that she is Ryan's girlfriend. Please. There is a threshold for marrying a rich second generation. Okay? Our Stella is the little princess of Shenzhen. The host also threw the topic over at this time. Does King Rand have anything to say? I wanted to explain that those few horses are actually racehorses. The value of one horse is equivalent to a house in the imperial capital. But can I say this? They won't believe it either.